there's the stat that I always think is crazy. The average American, I think it's fewer than 3 friends. 3 people that they'd consider friends. And the average person has demand for meaningfully more. I think it's like 15 friends or something, right? I guess there's probably some point where you're like, all right, I'm just too busy. I can't deal with more people. But the average person wants more connection than they have.
Mark Zuckerberg's idea of creating AI friends in Facebook. The idea behind it is to combat loneliness, people feeling lonely and having an AI to chat to. Can this bullshit work? Some quick statistics about the loneliness epidemic, because we do know about this and we are aware of it. I am one of these people. So quick backstory, what is the history of study of loneliness? So the concept loneliness epidemic began attention before COVID-19 pandemic, with researchers pointing out to rising rates of social isolations in the 2000s. Yeah, all due to technology making us inadequate, with the season finality being COVID-19, which kept us indoors and kept us isolated, which was, the icing on the cake, which made everything blow up out of proportion. And the issue is we're not going back to where we used to be in terms of the social interaction. So statistically, 37% of Gen Z survey responded that they've never had sex. People between 18 and 26. So 56% they had sex, 37% they never had sex, and 7% prefer to not say. Come on, just say it. You didn't have sex. It's fine. It's okay. So I guess this is the problem, right? So people are being isolated, they don't have friends, and that sucks. So yeah, let's keep watching.
Is this going to replace kind of in-person connections or real-life connections? And my default is that the answer to that is probably no. I think I think that there are all these things that are better about kind of physical connections when you can have them, but the reality is that people just don't have the connection and they feel more alone a lot of the time than they would like. So, there are a handful of companies and stuff who are doing virtual therapists and, there's like virtual girlfriend type stuff.
Oh, I see. So he admits that real life is about connection and that's better. However, some people they never manage to get there. So just give them AI friends so you can just keep them trapped inside and without the ever chance of connecting with a real human? Wow. And now let me play another clip for you from social political commentator Tim Dillon. I love Tim.
The average American has fewer than 3 friends but thinks AI can fix that. So let's just take a glimpse of what's coming. I want, because people say to me like, you're very critical of the tech people. And sometimes I can be, and some of them I like that guy, Chamath, whatever his name is. I like him, but...
Yeah, as a technology guy, because I work in tech, but, the customer experience, this is why I'm actually making this video, because the human experience has everything to do with the customer experience, because some people, as Mark Zuckerberg will soon release this, they're going to be customers of this, right? They're going to have AI girlfriends and AI boyfriends and AI therapists and Jesus Christ. And I'm very interested in this, and I want to call bullshit when I hear it.
So basically what he's saying is that there's a little stigma right now to probably having an AI girlfriend or friends, but that in time we're going to come up with the vocabulary to justify why those things are valuable. Now, I want to unpack this a little bit because this is where we're going. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it.
I don't think this is where we're going because we are social animals, and as much as we try to be, focused on individualism, and in the West especially, the Western mindset focuses on the individual. As much as we try to do that, we're unhappy and we take pills and we take drugs, and that's why potentially we can be exploited by other people with other beliefs because, we seem weak. And it is true, if you have a self-deprecating type of approach to life, then that's not great. So people come up with this shit like this, and I'm here to call out bullshit. This is bullshit. I think Mark Zuckerberg's idea hopefully is going to get parked and never be heard from again. Much like that metaverse, we were all supposed to go in and dance with our friends and go to concerts. That never happened, right? Have you heard anything about that recently? No, but nevertheless, some of these tech bros are out of touch with reality and they're trying to impose whatever their worldview is on the rest of us, as if we should all accept it as de facto, and yes, this makes a lot of sense. No, it doesn't. But yeah, let's keep watching.
There's absolutely not a question as to what these people want. They do not want you to be a human being. They do not want you to have human connections. He goes, well, I guess it's probably better to have human connect. Like it might be like they probably not. Like it's hard to make friends. It's hard to have a girlfriend. It's hard to have a boyfriend.
Yes, and this is actually where this takes me, where this idea actually takes me. It's almost like we're trying to come up with a pill for something. Dealing with the fact that we are lonely and, people don't go out dating because they're afraid of being rejected and it acts up their anxiety. Well, you know what? Everything in life is hard, bro. So you have to go down the hard path, which is, talk to people and ask somebody out and, get rejected, and that's how you actually overcome these obstacles. Just always trying to take these shortcuts. Like if you want to drop some weight, well, just drink Diet Coke and that will fix it. No, it won't, and neither will Ozempic, because we don't know how bad that's going to be, in 20 years time and how that's going to make you feel. The actual healthy way to lose weight is obviously, eat well and exercise. It's not more complicated than that. What's complicated is the actual doing of the losing weight and eating right. And it's exactly like that with social interaction. You have to do the hard stuff, which I have to talk to people, you have to reach out, you have to be vulnerable, and you have to get rejected sometimes. It happens. And why I'm bringing this up is because it's also like in business. What I'm learning from business and having a customer experience agency and being a Zendesk partner. By the way, the Dominic, a customer experience guy, 15 years of experience, 12 years of being a Zendesk consultant. Hardest things that I have to do, if I go straight and charge at the things that give me anxiety, that's where I actually make the most progress. And those are the things that are making you learn the fastest and making you overcome obstacles to be a better person, better businessman, better at everything. So bottom line is, you have to go the hard way if you want to actually, improve your situation. Not get an AI boyfriend or an AI girlfriend. I mean, did you guys see the Her movie and the devs? Oh yeah, and the most famous one from 1980s Terminator with the Skynets, the AI taking over and the robots taking over and stuff. So I call this bullshit. No, I don't think this is good. I think people should go down the road of suffering a bit and learning from it and then evolving and then, overcoming obstacles. And I know not everybody's like that. And I know some people will eventually become, addicted to having an AI boyfriend and an AI girlfriend. I'm just hoping that not many people end up in that situation, because that's sad. Anyways, this was just a little bit of rant about customer experience and the human experience, where it's going to and where I don't think it's a good idea that it goes to. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.